or so in the US it's a Maycap. That's what I thought. I wasn't supposed to pronounce that, but in the UK it's Macabre. Macabre. Result: the signature of Rent, also executed in bone, appears on the wall near the entrance to the chapel. In 1970, the 100th anniversary of Rent's contributions, Czech filmmaker Jan Smakner was commissioned to document the ossuary. The result was a 10-minute long frantic cut film of skeletal images overdubbed with an actual tour guide's neutral voice narration. This version was initially banned by the Czech communist authorities for alleged subversion, and the soundtrack was replaced by a brief spoken introduction and a jazz arrangement by the next Lissier of the film.
Your hands.
My finger. Because it makes it easier to hold it. Comment dessiner le portrait d'un inicio. How to draw a portrait of a bird. Initiate. But
That's pretty
since
cool.
the yeah, that the fact that but the fact that they had to redo it is kind of weird because it's like, okay, you can have, it's kind of like editing, how we were talking about copyright on YouTube. It's like you
Yeah.
can have, you know what I mean, you can't have his voice but
Hmm.
you can have this. Since the Velvet Revolution, the original tour guide soundtrack has been made available, and the documentary Long Way Round, Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman stopped to see this church. Dan Cruikshank also views the church in his Adventure in Architecture. The ossuary is a major plot device in the John Connolly novel The Black Angel. The ossuary is used as a location from the haha, that's so cool. The ossuary is used for as a location for the Dungeons and Dragons movie and the movie Blood and Chocolate. The ossuary was featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not and is described by Kara Seymour in the final scene of the film adaptation, excuse me. The ossuary influenced Dr. Satan's, Lord of mercy. The ossuary influenced Dr. Satan's lair in the Rob Zombie film House of a Thousand Corpses. The ossuary appeared on two versions of The Amazing Race Australia 1 and Ha Mirat La Million 2. A photographer of the chapel's interior was also used as the cover art for the 1998 album Nightwork by Swedish progressive black metal band Diabolic Masquerade. Then it shows the pictures. Oh wow. Look at this kid with the horn and the
Yeah.
skull on his lap.
That's crazy.
Wow, the chandelier's pretty though.
Yeah, I know. I did a slideshow on there so that everybody on there could look at it. Now,
Wow, it's so pretty. It's gross but pretty. I mean, those are really human bones, but
we've got these other ones that are pretty short, so we can go through them and get them done. I mean, I looked at them afterwards, and they're not really all that long. So,
did you send them?
no, I
No,
mean
send them.
the wiki pages.
Okay.
So that means we can actually hit them. You know what I mean? Because the Skull Chapel is the coolest out of all of them. You know what I mean? Now, do you want me to read, or do you want to? I can read now. Do you want me
Yeah, I
to?
mean, if you want
It's
to go
up
ahead
to
and
you.
read
I
some,
did.
I'll take a break and I'll do the next one. Yeah, you can do
Okay.
the next one.
Okay.
Do the next one. I'll do the one after. But can you send me the link, please, so I can follow along still?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I was
mind
gonna do.
if you guys.
I just, I
Okay.
just wanted to ask you before I did it. I mean, because we could have taken a
I like
break or waited, but
I like reading. It helps me. It's good for my brain, so I don't mind reading at all.
you want to read? I
No,
mean,
you can do this one. I'll take a break now, but I'm just saying so you know you don't ever have to worry about it. I
oh,
don't
that's
mind
fine.
reading.
Yeah, I don't want you overdoing it because I know freaking that stuff gets really bad with words and stuff. Here. Oh, I lost her. Let me see what's going on here. Click on the link real quick. Oh, yeah. I'd almost bet it's me who did it. says. Yeah, it was me.
Did it kick you out again?
Yep, it always does. This makes the second time.
It says you joined, but maybe you're muted. I don't hear anything.
Yep, it was me. They kicked me out for it,
I and I
every
thought it
single
was
time.
mine because I just got something telling me that I
Every
don't know.
single time, man.
It's just like
Every
that.
single time. Okay, now let me. Are you? They just
Yeah, I'm
did.
ready. I'm on the
Okay.
page.
I was wondering if they kicked you out. I heard a weird noise. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
it sounded. Yeah, we said we're going to keep going, and Jitsi was like, "No, you're not." It's
We're
like, what
done
is
with
it?
your shit.
Right. We
On here
don't want
just
to.
talking a bunch of crazy crap.
We just built one of these in America, and now you're revealing these old ones. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This is where all the COVID victims go. No, I'm just joking. I kinda. That was horrible. Anyway, I'm ready.
Oh, I can't believe she said that out
I
loud.
know. At least it's on your channel. They're gonna tell you have to get rid of that girl. Girl's ruining you. Anyway, go
Well,
ahead.
I learned tricks. You know why I don't get kicked off of YouTube or lose anything because of it? It's because
Why?
it's because I don't put the shit in the freaking headline of the freaking video. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like only people that know you are really gonna watch it because like if they just based off of what you've been looking for, yeah. If we wrote what we talk about on there, that'd be different. You'll just write like strangeness
Yeah,
episodes such and such. Yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
I,
Right. No
I
monitoring.
I never heard
That's
anything
smart.
from about our conspiracy one last week. No restrictions, no nothing. You know what I mean? And the reason why is because I didn't freaking put anything descriptive in the freaking introduction. And I'll have people just lecturing me all the time that I need to do that. I'm like, are you serious? You really want people to freaking lose your or censor your shit?
Right, which
Yeah,
makes no sense to me because what's the point of even doing it to get censored? Like, no, save
yeah.
real law and cut. You could be some haters, Josh. Sometimes I really feel like they just be hating on stuff that they should be thankful for people like us willing to bring to their knowledge, their forefront stuff that they probably would be unaware of in
Yeah.
regards.
hmm So now
Well,
let's get on to the skull chapter or chapel. The skull chapel is in Polish, or Saint Bartholomew's Church. Isn't it? It's an ossuary chapel located in
follow you.
Czarna district of Kadawa Zaraj, Poland. Built in Baroque style in the last quarter of the 18th century. The temple serves as a mass grave with thousands of skulls and skeletal remains adorning its interior walls, floor, ceiling, and foundations. The Skull Chapel is the only such monument in Poland and one of 6 in Europe. Now, history. The chapel was built in 1776 by Bohemian local parish priest Vaclav Tomasek. It is the mass grave of people who died during the 30-Year War between 1618 and 1648. The 30 Years War was actually the oldest war in history too, by the way.
I believe it. 30 years, like, is
Yeah.
people's lifespan in some cases. I never heard of a war longer.
3 Silesian Wars, 1740 to 1763. And
That's crazy because that's running a close second.
uh and people who died because of cholera epidemics. Yeah,
That's
cholera.
wild. Yeah, that's what Tesla had. That's crazy.
Cholera
I
epidemics,
love this stuff.
plagues, syphilis, and hunger.
Not that stuff, but I was just saying, like, the correlation. Okay.
Together with sacristan J. Smith and gravedigger J. Langer, Father Tomasek, who was inspired by Capuchin Cemetery while on pilgrimage to Rome, which Cupa Cicolgen Cemetery is probably one of them that you'd want to look at later on. Santa Maria del Concesione dei Cappuccini is a Roman Catholic church located via Vittorio Veneto.
Benito.
Veneto.
Benito. 27, the
27.
north of the. Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Go ahead. Just north
You
of.
said that you were going. You said that I wanted to look at it. So when you
Oh,
said that, I
okay.
just clicked it. But I just clicked it. I was like, okay, so that's something to look at later, and I just clicked it.
Just north of the Piazza Berberina in Rome, Italy. It is the first Roman church dedicated to the Immaculate Conception. All right. Now, while on a pilgrimage to Rome, that's what inspired them. Collected the casualty bones. Okay, he collected the casualty bones, cleaned and put them in the chapel within 18 years. Now, this is where I come to that clean part, what I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so they would literally freaking clean the bones and shit. And they thought that like bad things would happen if they didn't do it. Now, cleaned and put them in the chapel within 18 years, from 1776 to 1794. So 6 years after, or 6 years from the time we had our Declaration of Independence and won the Revolutionary War until 6 years or 18 years later, he was doing this. Now, in the chapel within 18 years, walls of this small Baroque church are filled with 3,000 skulls, and there are also bones of another 21,000 people interred in the basement. The skulls of people who built the chapel, including Tamasek, were placed in the center of the building and on the altar in 1804. Inside are a crucifix and two carvings of angels with Latin inscriptions that read, "Arise from the dead and come to judgment." A recording inside the church available in three languages, Polish, Czech, and German, explain the history of the chapel. After World War II ended in 1945, a group of volunteers dedicated themselves to restoring the chapel to its former glory. Their efforts paid off, and the skull chapel was soon successfully restored.
Their pictures are so pretty. Look at this one in the middle, the second one.
Oh
Like this
yeah.
looks like this doesn't even look real. This looks like it really was just decorated. But these are wow, look at that. Oh see that looks like the skull and bone symbol. The with the skull at the top and how the bones cross underneath. That's probably
Uh-huh.
definitely symbolic of it. The only thing that looks kind of crazy is how they have those ones thrown underneath. Those were probably the evil people, or what they considered evil. People without money. Throw those on the bottom. We'll throw those ones on the bottom. We'll put the rich ones over there like this. That's crazy.
It's
Those
the
poor,
leftovers.
poor mangy mutts. Yeah, this
The
is nice though.
leftovers.
Over the left behinds. This is wild because this actually looks really nice. Oh wow, this is really really nice. And except for like they have Jesus back there. Why isn't he on the skull? Why isn't he? Doesn't he have bones? Oh, because he got resurrected. That's right. I forgot. I almost forgot.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. What does it say? No what? No video recording? Why not? Who? How did we get these pictures? Somebody did something illegal. It was crazy.
I I would guess they don't want people coming in there with that videos,
And
video
probably ruins
recorders.
the sacrosity.
You know.
hmm And then look at this. What is this picture of the map here?